Hey, I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to do a reading. It's been so long since I've done a reading. It is a political reading, sort of. And it's going to be on the state of our union. And, oh, that's a good card. But I think, what I'm going to use as the significator is the Tower card. Because things have gotten pretty out of hand. So let's find that Tower card. I thought of this. I woke up last night. I was tossing and turning. I usually wake up several times a night to let the dogs out or, take care of some other business. And then I was lying in bed waiting to fall asleep, and I thought, I should do another reading about the State of the Union. And I thought that I would use the Tower card as the significator, which apparently is, I don't know where it is. Can I go through it? Go past it? No, there we go. So we're going to use this as a significator. We're going to use another, I haven't done a reading in a long, long time. So I'm going to do the horseshoe spread. Let's see where that is. That looks good. And I'm going to use clarifiers, and it's not going to be too long of a reading. Well, I hope. I don't know. So the state of our union, kind of like the strengths, the weaknesses, what we have maybe to look forward to or not look forward to, or how we have to proceed. And, we as I'm speaking of the country, of course, who does all that work? I don't know. It could be the government, or it comes down to all of us, I guess. So I'm just going to shuffle one more time. If I can shuffle these. Oh, yeah, you don't shuffle these very well. Cut them. So what's the state of our union? And, what's our strengths, what's our weaknesses, and where we're heading, and how to best deal with the situation at hand, all of us. So let's just do this. Cut it again. I don't know if I cut it before. I haven't done any readings since, for 2 months, really. But I think this is a good thing to do. I don't know. Tarot? Why not? Why not consult the tarot? Good as anything else. I think this should go a little lower. Okay. So the Tower is the, obviously the recent events that happened. Recent past. The Ten of Swords. That's interesting. Ten of Swords is, you're just beaten down. Swords. You have 10 swords in your back. Yet there is something on the horizon that looks good. So that's interesting. Tarot is such a weird thing. So recent past, the Ten of Swords. I mean, we've all had to evaluate, where we are and the certainty of life. I think all of us feel like we're a little on unsteady ground. I think everybody feels that with the virus, the coronavirus, and Trump, and the election, and the uprisings, and the threat of more uprisings. I think we're all unsteady on our feet, and that's how we feel. So that's the recent past. What's happening right now? Temperance. Well, that's an interesting card too. We have temperance is bringing things together. It's trying to pull back and gain your some sort of vision or vista, and pulling back. This is a very spiritual card. So I think we're all evaluating our situation. I think a lot of us are evaluating, what our belief system is, what it isn't, what's truthful, what's not, and how we're going to proceed. And temperance is a wonderful card to have. So that's definitely what we need at this point, is temperance. Everyone just sit back and think about their beliefs and see how we can come together. So that's good. I'll pull clarifiers on these. Hidden influences. The Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a wonderful card to have in the beginning. The hidden influences. This is something new. Wands are the fiery suit, the passion suit, and the ones that take chances, the ones that are inventive and creative and go beyond the norm. So we have the Two of Wands here. So hidden influences could be people trying to figure things out. Now it's just the beginning of the stages, but it's going to take creativity to get us out of this. It's going to take people in our own, I mean, people that we know, people in our own lives, not just the government or whatever, that will begin to see things in a different light and move in that direction. Now the thing is, he is looking backward, but I think that's a good hidden influences. It's the beginning of a cycle. It's not the end of a cycle. Okay, this is the obstacles, and we have the Eight of Coins. Now the Eight of Coins is an obstacle. Would you think it would not be a bad obstacle? The Eight of Coins is perfecting something. It's working on something and making it better. Perfecting a skill, perfecting, coming up with a plan and going forward with it. Something that you're familiar with, but taking it to a whole other level. So the Eight of Coins, now if that's an obstacle, that's something I'll pull some clarifiers to see what exactly that means, because this is really a very good card. With the community, with how the community is reacting to everything. The Sun, now that's very hopeful. Right now I see there's always, as much as this has happened, whatever has happened to our country right now, we're in a changing mode. We're in sort of enlightenment. No one, I don't think, knew how bad it was, that there is this huge groundswell of people who are very angry, and it is shedding light on that. It's shedding light on what they're up to, and what the ones that are not like that, the ones that are just sort of watching it from a distance. Oh, we also experience it. We've all had experiences, especially with COVID, with people being irresponsible. I know I have. I'm sure everyone has. So it's shedding light, and things are coming to light. So that's a good thing, even though it's some difficult information to process. Where do we go from there? After this, where do we go? The Two of Cups. Now that's really interesting. Two of Cups is it's a minor lovers card. So this is all about partnerships and working together. So I would say this fares very well for the future. Not the far future. I'm talking about maybe, these readings, I would say for the month that's coming up. With all the stuff we've seen, and the heartbreak and the destruction, there is this partnership coming up, a Two of Cups. Now again, it's a two. It's the beginning of a partnership. So it's sort of tentative. It's not solid like the lovers would be, but still, it's a start. And I think that's bodes well for the new administration. And where will that lead, this partnership? It leads to moving forward. It's the Chariot. So we will get unstuck and we will move forward. So that's really positive. I think that's good. So this gives me hope. I was worried about seeing a lot of negative cards here. We saw one at the beginning. Now we'll just go really quickly with the clarifiers. I'm using the Da Vinci Mini. And we pretty much know the Ten of Swords. Let's look at this Temperance card, which is where we are right now. We're trying to figure things out. We're trying to figure out where we should do, what we should do. We're getting information from other people. We're trying to put it together. We're trying to bring calm to an otherwise uncalm situation. So Temperance. Let's see who we get. We get the King of Pentacles. Now that could be Joe Biden. I haven't picked a significator for him. I wasn't sure I was going to do more political readings, but the King of Pentacles is there. Someone in authority is bringing in the Temperance. We have the Two of Swords. Well, we have lots of twos in this reading. We have a two and a two and a two. So this is a new beginning. Decisions have to be made. So a king has to make some decisions. And they can be very, they're difficult decisions, unsure of where to proceed, but this temperance would seem to indicate proceed with the middle. And then the magician, wonderful. So the magician is making something out of nothing. The magician is a magical card. So there we have, this is all very good for the temperance. We have this temperance bringing things together. We have the King of Pentacles, which I'll consider as Joe Biden. We have him to make difficult decisions, but we have the magician to help moving it along. And see, the magician is it's magic. And it's also has control of all the elements, the sun, not the sun, but the elements of fire and water and earth and air. So the magician's also there. So that bodes very well for what's going to happen. The Two of Wands are hidden influences. This is I think it's a very positive card. It's a very, very beginning of passion, very beginning of a way forward, although he's looking backward. Now we have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is the Eight of Pentacles. Let me think. We got Eight of Coins here. The Eight of Pentacles is another. Wait a minute. The Eight of Coins. I was thinking that was Pentacles. This is the Pentacles. This is where you're working hard at. Oh, that's the same. Eight of Pentacles and Eight of Coins are the same thing. Oh boy. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles again. So it's reiterated. Fine-tuning, working harder to make things work. It's people that have experience that are making it better. And so here we have the Eight of Coins reflected in this Two of Wands. So this Two of Wands is looking in a new direction and brings with him experience. We have the Moon. So there's hidden influences under all this. There's a lot of moving parts that we are unaware of. And that's also going to be affecting the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands has quite a, it's hidden influences, and the hidden influences are pretty dramatic, that this influences the Two of Wands. So we have this fine-tuning of a skill, and we have this underneath, this bubbling intuition and hidden knowledge. It's also acting, playing with it. So that's something that is unknown that will come out as it's coming out for that Two of Wands. And then what we get with the Ace of Pentacles, a whole new beginning again, a whole new practical beginning. So I think this Two of Wands, hidden influences, is a good sign, but it's going to need work. You're going to need to work at it, and you're going to have surprising things happen because it's the Moon. So things are hidden that are come up. But in the end, we'll be in a good direction. We'll just be getting in the beginning of the cycle, but it will be the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is also known as a mini sun card. So this is good. This is all good. The Two of Wands is taking charge again. It's a beginning stage, but it's going to bode well. Now this Eight of Coins is in the obstacle position. Let's see what that means. So we have the Queen of Swords, very analytical queen. We have the Nine of Wands, that's carrying a heavy burden. And we have the Chariot again moving forward. So the obstacles are this Eight of Coins being an obstacle is something or someone that has a great deal of a talent and ability, but has to work harder. In other words, I don't think this is not gonna clear up in a matter of a week or two. It's gonna take hard work, and it's gonna take a little bit of time. And we have the Queen of Swords here. This is a queen that's very analytical and will cut to the chase. So this queen is helping the Eight of Coins. Now this is an obstacle, but the obstacle is just, it's going to take a while for a thing to clear up. But there is the positive aspect to it. There's a Queen of Swords there. It could be Kamala Harris. It could be any number of queens. Still, it's going to be a difficult ride because it's a Nine of Wands, which is a heavy burden. But then we'll move forward. So this is going to take a lot of a lot of experience and slogging through some stuff and being analytical and working hard. And then you'll see some more movement. We have double cards here, which are really interesting. We have double suns. No, double, yeah, well, we have the ace of, let's see, ace of pentacles is a mini sun. We have a big sun here. We have two chariots. So that's good. So it's going to be hard for the people that are in, the people that have experience. It's really going to push them to their limits. They're really going to have to, they're really going to be challenged. And it's going to be hard for them, but eventually they'll see progress. This is not going to take, it's not going to happen overnight. I think everybody realizes that. The sun, this is the community. And we have temperance again. Isn't that interesting? So we're getting a lot of light shed on both everybody. Everybody is learning more about everything. And here we have temperance to bring it together, to be calm, to bring the extremes together. Very spiritual card. Then we have the King of Wands. Again, I don't know who that is. That could be, again, I don't know who the King of Wands is. I suggested that the King of Pentacles may have been Joe Biden, but there is a personage here who's going to kind of try to bring everyone together. But there's still going to be fighting. So it's the Five of Swords. So there's still going to be rivalry. There's still going to be fighting. So the more we learn, the more it's going to call for us to be calm. And there'll be someone some passionate figure will come in. And there still could be fighting between the groups. But it doesn't look like it's terrible fighting, but there'll still be some rivalry. Where this all leads to is the Two of Cups. There looks like there's going to be some kind of partnership ahead. Let's see what that's all about. The Ace of Swords. Again, the Ace of Swords is another new beginning. We're seeing a lot of low cards here, so it shows a turning of a page, a moving forward. But it's early in the process, so there's going to be still a lot of ups and downs. But we see the Ace of Swords, and that's another. Ace of Swords is another. It's all about thoughts. It's all about analytics. It's all about thinking and communication. And it's a whole new cycle that's beginning. So maybe at some point there's going to be some communication where there wasn't before. There was a period where people weren't communicating, and now with the Two of Cups, there's partnerships being developed, and there's more communication between them. Now it's just the beginning phases, but hopefully it will continue. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a fiery knight, a passionate knight. So there's the passion in this relationship that's coming up. It's a new relationship. It's attempting to go in a new direction, and there's passions involved. So there's going to be, there's passions, and there's also cup energy, and there's also sword energy. So that's kind of nice combination. So there'll be some ups and downs, pushing and pulling. And then it's the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. And perhaps that means that the two people that are, these entities that are partnering up, have the same desires to do well by the country. And so we have cups on cups, and that's also a very good sign. And lastly, we have the Chariot. Moving forward. We have two chariots on this reading. So there shows movement forward. The Hermit, going within ourselves, seeking knowledge within ourselves, evaluating things. The Hangman, we have three majors right now. Hangman is seeing things in a different direction. You could also take it as something literal, like someone being hanged. But I would say, given this reading, it's seeing also things from a different perspective. And finally, the Queen of Wands. So there is a personages that may become dominant in the next month, dominant in the news. someone, another passionate person. The wands are all about creativity and passion, and it's the fire sign. So we have here going forward, looking inward. Maybe a lot of people are going to be looking inward, seeing things in a new direction, and then going in being led or finding their own Queen of Wands within themselves, which is a passionate queen who is fiery and creative, maybe looking at creative solutions. So that's my state of the union, starting out with the Tower card, given the events of the past 2 weeks. I think it's a good sign. I think these are all good signs. And anyways, that's what I like to think. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.